If you've ever wanted to be slapped in the face repeatedly with Marxist propaganda, boy do I have the book for you. Yellowface by R.F. Kuang. Constance Wu reviewed the book as a satire, but it's not. It's propaganda identifying as satire, and it does not pass. A satire is supposed to be a situation that is truthful, but is so exaggerated that it becomes ridiculous. This book is just a Marxist wet dream of how they want the world to be, and the world is this way. So it's not a satire, it's just reality. The author spends the entire time writing about the fact that people cannot write whatever they want anymore. People must stay in their lane. This is a point that countless insufferable people harp about. We are not cars. Kuang writes about two authors, one white, one Asian. At one point, the two authors go to a Korean museum, and the Asian author is taking notes so that she can write a story. She is doing research.
How dare you!
Kuang discourages this, saying the Asian author is the wrong brand of Asian to write a Korean story because the Asian author is Chinese. Marxists hate it when people research because they don't want you to get the wrong information. Namely, because the Marxist wants to be your sole source of information. The premise of the book is that when the Asian author dies one night, the white author steals her manuscript, rewrites it, and passes it off as her own original work. The rest of the book is about everyone in the publishing industry and her life yelling at her about how she shouldn't have written the book. Not because she plagiarized, but because she is white, and the content of the book was about Chinese history. The Marxist doesn't care about plagiarism. The left plagiarizes everything. Right, former President Poopy Pants? I agree that the white author shouldn't have committed plagiarism because it's wrong. But this book thinks the higher crime is the crime of the white author being white and writing about Chinese history. Kuang takes every opportunity to bang this idea into the reader's head, which makes this book one of the most unpleasant things I have ever read. I made a video about this topic a while back, and I got a comment that this wasn't happening and no one was thinking this. Well, this book is proof that Kuang does believe people cannot write stories if they don't have the proper credentials, if they don't have the right lived experience. I've also seen countless video essays made by leftist commentators complaining that stories are owned by certain people, and it's so obnoxious. It kills creativity, as I said in my other video, and this book is again proof that this is happening in our society. Buckle in, because I'm going to go through the book and you are going to hear lots of stupid leftist words like heteronormative and cishet, and lots of whining about conservatives bad, leftist good, because that's all Marxists know how to write. You can only write what you know. This is incidentally why normal people do research, and also why it's very obvious that Marxists hate research, considering that everything they write, whether it be books or screenplays, is just full of Marxist propaganda, whining, and bullying. Right, Doctor Who? The night I watch Athena Liu die, we're celebrating her TV deal with Netflix. Right off the bat, we start with a grammar error. How did this book get to the #1 on the New York Times bestseller list? Is that a lie, or do we just have no standards anymore, New York Times? The way this is written makes it sound like the night Athena died is in the past, so the word watch should be in the past tense. So it should be the night I watch, ed, Athena Liu die. My first impression of the character June, the white author, is that she's insecure. All she seems to care about is social media. The first couple of paragraphs are about Twitter blue checks and @mentioning people. June describes her friendship with Athena, and we find out it's not really a friendship. But in recent years, I've developed another theory, which is that everyone else finds her as unbearable as I do. June thinks Athena is unbearable. Is that how you'd describe your friend? Unbearable? I wouldn't. This actually doesn't surprise me because every show with a leftist writer makes it obvious they have no idea what friendships are. So why then do some people rocket to stardom on their first try? June is jealous of Athena's success instead of being happy for her friend. Don't we all want a friend who won't ever challenge our superiority because they already know it's a lost cause? June says she doesn't know why Athena is friends with her. She thinks Athena just keeps her around to feel superior to her. It's like on Family Guy when someone uglier than Meg is hired to stand next to her so that Meg looks better. June describes Athena as dense, and she's probably right because Athena makes 6 figures, but then questions whether $35,000 is a lot of money. Here's a clue. Is 5 figures less than 6 figures? I'll give you a minute to think about that. Yes? Then 35,000 is probably not a lot compared to 6 figures. But I've found that jealousy to writers feels more like fear. I don't know why June thinks jealousy has to be fear. You can be jealous and also be afraid of something. 2 emotions can exist at the same time. And it's like, she just gets me. Like, she's having sex with my words. Like, mind sex. Kuang's metaphors are gross. They sound like smut. Why would you equate words to a sexual act? Those 2 things have nothing in common, but we know how well Marxists correlate, namely that they can't. You can write words that are sexual, but words in themselves aren't sexual. But don't worry, it gets worse. You ever think of the revision process as like having sex with your editor? Now we're harassing the editor? Yes, metaphorically, but what even is this? Haven't you heard of Me Too? I hate this kind of shit. Describing men like they're not humans is a hallmark of feminist writing. Don't believe their lies. When feminists tell you they don't hate men, would you call someone you like a serial sex pest? I'm guessing no. I surely wouldn't. Just had to sneak that word in there, did ya? Another hallmark of feminist writing, inserting the word vagina into a text for absolutely no reason. I do not understand the feminist obsession with that word. It has to gestate inside me until it's viable. She told me once, if I expose it to the world before it's fully formed, it dies. Oh, so you do know how babies grow. But now, so lacking in originality as to be obvious and boring. Exactly how I feel about this book. We both profess that the latest twink with puppy dog eyes in fact does nothing for us, but that Cate Blanchett can step on us always. Here we have a contender for the stupidest quote ever written in this book. We're going to keep track, so watch out. There's probably going to be a lot of stupid ones in here. Contender number 1, which I have no idea what it means, and I'm afraid to find out. But I think I'm in luck because of that. I'm pretty sure they're not going to explain. Exercise in inventing some personal hardship when it's clear they've never experienced any. Here we get the Marxist idea, rich people bad, poor people good. They love to drive this wedge between everything to cause division. They don't understand that rich people and poor people both have problems.
What?
They may be different problems, but we are all humans. And when you're human and you live a life, you will have problems. Why am I explaining this to an adult? I can't believe white people haven't learned about pandan yet. Here we get a racist comment. Athena is insulting white people and asserting herself as superior because she knows about pandan. Newsflash, you don't and won't ever know about everything that exists in the world, no matter what race you are. That doesn't make you bad or stupid. It's also petty of Athena to think that she can be self-righteous about the knowledge of pandan. It's something so irrelevant that it makes Athena look stupid being so smug about it. Athena and June are hanging out talking about writing, and Athena says June can read her unpublished manuscript and give her opinions on it. Eventually, Athena dies from choking on the pancakes they had made, leaving June alone with the manuscript, and that's the end of chapter 1. This was insufferable. Both characters are unbearable and one-dimensional. I do not understand why writers write characters no one will like. This happens in screenplays as well. It's exactly how I can tell when Marxism has infiltrated the writing of a particular story. I'm not sure why this is a tactic, but if I had to guess, from what I understand about Marxists, I'd guess Marxists want to destroy everything, so maybe they just want everyone to stop consuming media in any form. Maybe they think that if they make everything insufferable, people will just stop reading and watching things. Marxists hate it when you have fun, and entertainment like books and shows, which are supposed to make you have fun, is something that they hate. Perhaps they're trying to take entertainment away by making the viewer hate it.